Hey guys, thanks for joining me tonight. So this afternoon I'm going to be making what I like to call Loco Nachos. It's delicious and you're going to have to try it. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take a pound and a half of ground beef. We're going to put it in our skillet. You can probably hear that sizzling. I've already got it warmed up there. And I've taken 2 yellow onions and I've chopped those up. And I'm just going to cook that along with that hamburger there. And I've got just a pinch of kosher salt that I'm going to add to that mix. I'm going to let that cook down. I'm going to drain the grease out, and then we'll be back. Our meat and onions are done. I went ahead and drained the grease out of that, and then I put them back in the skillet. And I've got it setting on just a medium low heat right now. So now what I want to do is I'm going to take 1 can of diced tomatoes, and I did drain as much of the juice out of it as I could. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1 can in there. I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 3 cloves of chopped garlic. Make sure we get all that garlic out of there. And I want to add about a cup of sour cream. Maybe a little more. I like to go a little heavy on the sour cream. And a half a cup of water. Now what we're going to do, we're going to bring this up to heat. And we want to basically just kind of let this sauce thicken up. The meat mixture is done cooking. So what I want to do is I've got a 13 by 9 casserole dish here. And I'm going to take some tortilla chips. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a layer of chips down in the bottom of that. Just try to get them down as flat as you can. That ought to be plenty. Now I'm going to take about half of this meat mixture and I'm going to sprinkle over the top of that. Just about like that. Boy, that smells so good. Now on top of this meat, we're going to take some sharp cheddar cheese. We'll put a layer of that on there. And I've also shredded up some pepper jack. We're going to spread that over that evenly. Probably about a cup or so on the top, maybe a cup and a half. Now we're going to put chips right back on top of that. We're just going to repeat the process. If you guys hadn't ever tried this, you're going to love it. You can add whatever you want to. If you like jalapenos, throw you some jalapenos in there on it. It's really good. All right, we'll take this meat mixture and we'll kind of spread that back on top of that. Now I've got my oven set for, I think I've got it at 350. And we're going to put that in there and we're going to let this bake. And it's not going to bake long. Probably 15 minutes at the most. All we're wanting to do is really kind of melt that cheese. We've got the rest of the meat on there, so we'll go ahead and start adding our cheese. Just get a little layer on there. And we'll finish it off with the pepper jack. I like that pepper jack. It gives it a good flavor. It's not really hot. It just gives it a little bit of a kick. All right, that ought to do it. We'll go ahead and get this in the oven. We'll let that cheese melt. Then we'll take it out and we'll be ready to eat. It looks like our cheese is melted, so I'm going to go ahead and get that out. Oh yeah, look at that. Now I like to take a little bit of cilantro and just kind of go over the top of that. It don't have to be much. If you got some fresh, you can chop that up. And that's pretty much it, guys. There it is, Loco Nachos. They are delicious. You have got to give it a try. Everybody's going to love them. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your support. Be sure and like, share, follow me for more recipes. God bless.